Hello everybody, this is a short video to give you some ideas to help stretch your upper back, that nasty little area between your shoulder blades that often gets tight from maybe sitting with a poor posture at a computer or driving for long periods. Just generally might have got aggravated from doing other things. So my first suggestion to everybody who's got upper back pain is just to wrap their arms around themselves and have a good squeeze, see what you can feel. Take a nice deep breath in and really see what you can feel into your back. Try and breathe as deep as you can into your back, opening up the ribs. And then swap, give your hands a shake, swap over. I can feel I've got tightness in my shoulders and in my mid back, so this is a really helpful exercise just to see what's going on in there. Okay. So knowing that, I'm going to start with a cross-body stretch. So we're going to take this arm here and I'm going to just lightly grasp the back of the elbow here. And I'm going to take that arm across my body. You might be able to feel a stretch across the upper traps here, along the top of the shoulder, also into the sides and middle of the back. Okay, so again, just hold that there. I tend to use my arm to hook onto it rather than grasping with my fingers here. And take some deep breaths. Remember to try and expand the ribs when you breathe into this. As you take those breaths, you might find you can just tug that arm in a little bit closer to your chest and swap over again. Definitely feels tight on this shoulder. And again, I can pull that a little further now my body's got used to the stretch. Brilliant. Okay, giving that a nice stretch. Now quite often when we get pain in our mid-back, there will be some element of tension across our front of our shoulders into our pecs. So I always suggest doing a chest opening exercise alongside doing a stretch on the back as well. So if you can get in touch with the wall or a door frame, imagine having your hand and your forearm in touch with the door frame, and you're going to try and take a step through the door frame. So you're stretching out the front of your chest, okay? If you can't do that, one hand on a wall and trying to pivot around that would help. Also stretch out the back, the top of the arm here and into the chest. Imagine you're on the door frame, you're just going to take a step through and open up the chest there. You can take your hands up higher and again try and open up the chest there as well. Now I also like to give this a practice with a broom handle. If you have one of these to hand, this is a really good one for opening up the shoulders and back. So take your hands wide on the broom handle and take it up and over your head if you can. Oh, my sofa's in the way. Okay, we're going to take up and over and then round to the front again. We can do 5 or 10 of these depending on how many you feel you need. You probably hear my shoulders are clicking. Take a light grip on the bar when you do this. Don't hold onto it really tight. I tend to allow it to pivot slightly in between my thumb and finger. Okay. Now, if you don't have a wooden or broom handle to hand, you can use a towel, or you could use a therapy band. If you've bought one of the bags, you'll have a therapy band in there. Perfect amount. So wrap it around your hands a couple of times to get a grasp on it. And just pull it so that you've got a little bit of tension, okay? And again, you can do that same exercise up and over and around. There we go. Up and over. And try and keep the tension the same in the band the entire time. You might find that one arm wants to do more than the other. Try and keep those equal and even. Sometimes it's good to do this in front of a mirror just to see what you're doing, okay? Excellent.